Let me let my voice match the tone of the music. Or let's just get right into why this video exists. So over the past few days, I've been sharing several text to art technologies, apps, online stuff, Discord stuff. And yesterday, after I did a live stream about the Gradient app and its upgrade to add text to art capabilities and running through that, our friend Terry let me know about Stability.ai's technology, which I had seen it and thought I had followed through and explored it, but I had not. So I did yesterday, and I thought, wow, these results are pretty fun, and this is a really easy, simple interface that just about anybody could understand how to use. So then I thought, well, what if we took the prompts that were creating this amazing art over at Midjourney and used them in the Dream Studio app, beta app that's out there for the public, which I assume is some sort of a scaled down version of their bigger model, which I tried to play with in the background, but it took forever to get a result, and it was too busy and all that. But this Dream Studio has worked for me consistently every time. So I thought what we would do is pop over to Midjourney, where there are unarguably incredible images here. Just refresh to make sure we're getting the latest ones here. This is again just from the community feed. And if you're here, say hello, will you? So from the community feed over at Midjourney, and then see if we use the same prompt over on Dream, what will we get? See what I'm saying? To sort of compare the back-end technologies. With me? Okay, good. So let's just scroll through some of these and see what we like. We could just start with this cute little guy right here. And the great thing is Midjourney makes this super easy to do. Well, let's take a peek at this is what the Dream Studio Lite. See, it says a light, so that's why I know that we don't have the full thing going here. But this is where you type in the prompt. They've got a sample prompt here, and we can click Dream, and just a few seconds later, we have an image. So let's go over back to Midjourney. All we have to do, if we like a picture, is go under here, click the three dots, click Copy Prompt, go right over here to Dream Studio, and paste it, and click Dream. And you can see this is happening pretty fast. So that's their interpretation of tiny and cute, adorable piglet adventure. So let's go back and forth just real quick. So there seems, to be more detail here in this one, but it also took a lot longer to generate the one in Midjourney. This is a perfectly adorable and cute little image, right? Let's go back and do some more. That's all we're really doing here. Here's an interesting one, a kneeling cat knight portrait, finely detailed, etc. We'll copy the prompt. See how easy this is? Paste, Dream. Now again, there's a lot of these tags or whatever you want to say, intricate design, cinematic lighting, 4K, some of these things, I don't even know for sure if these will work or if they're doing anything over in Dream Studio Lite, but look at that. Now we don't have we're not seeing a cat like we did here as much. Let's go back to this. This is the one we're comparing it to, right? And of course this is going to be much more finely detailed. But let's just do it again. Just click Dream again. And you can change various aspects of what it's doing over here. I don't want to go too in depth on them because that's interesting. But this slide here, it says adjust how much the image will be like your prompt. So I'll slide it up to, I don't know, 13 and click Dream and see what happens there. Oh, look at that. Now that's super interesting. It's not as detailed as this, obviously, but that's still pretty cool. Let me hit it one more time and just see. And I don't know enough about this technology to know just what was going on in the background. So now, of course, we've kind of lost the cat again. Let's go back to the Midjourney feed. I've got one in my head that I really want to run across, or a style that I really want to run across and see how well it does. But let's just do something like this, because this is, this is referring to an image. I really don't know if that's going to work. Rather than test it, let's do this. Here's another one. Robert De Niro as Gimli, I guess. Boy, I just don't know enough about anything. Copy the prompt, go to Dream Studio, paste. And go, go, go. There you go. So it doesn't look as much like Robert De Niro as the other one, right? But it is an approximation. And again, Midjourney takes several iterations to get to certain things, and this is just one iteration. Now, I think right here I can change this to number, let's see, it's hard to tell which is steps. This says 50 steps to spend generating or diffusing over your image. So let me just move that up to 82, click it again and see what happens. Then I'm going to move it back down. You can see up here it says like 1.6 credits, and then sometimes I'll come back, it'll say 1.0, and then sometimes it goes down and sometimes it does not. I don't think that looks any more like him. I'm going to just pop it down. When I do that, whenever I leave anything at the default, it just seems to go to 1. So adjusting these sliders, because there is apparently some sort of a cost, or they give you a certain amount, but I have not run out of them yet. Let's hope it doesn't happen while we're doing this. So that's another interesting one. Let's just copy the prompt, pop over here, paste, boom. That's not bad. I mean, it's not this, right? It's certainly not that, but it's not a bad image. It looks pretty good. I wish that wasn't hovering over it. Anyway, okay, let's go back to Midjourney. I still haven't gotten to the style that I really, although, see, I keep getting distracted. I'd love to see what this one does. Wouldn't you? Of course you would. Let's do it. Go back over here. Paste. Boom. Alien elf skull skeleton, gothic, vintage, dramatic lighting, steampunk. It's an interesting image of a skull, but it is not that, is it? I'll try it again. Wait, did I change anything else over here? I did. I'm going to put this back. I don't remember what it was. Anyway, we're just going to leave it there. We'll run it again, see what happens. See, it's great that it doesn't take that long. That's a cool image. Again, it's not that, but still pretty cool. All right, now we're getting kind of more into styles I really want to see what it'll do with. That's a lot of intricate stuff there. I'm not even reading the prompts at this point. I just want to see what it will do. Okay, so we've got this compared with this. So it's thematically definitely in the ballpark, right? It works for sure to create really cool images. And there may be other ways to use this that I don't know. I'm just using obviously the simplest approach. Cut, paste, cut, paste, cut, paste. Here's an interesting one. The Titanic crashes into an enormous taco. Sure. I got to see that in Dream Studio. Wet cinematic lighting. Titanic crashes into an enormous taco. It's so enormous that it's blocking the view of the Titanic, which is crashing into it, obviously. Let's click it again, see if we can get a different angle. We definitely got the taco going. Still with the taco. There is I think, a boat Titanic up there in the, but I'm going to say kind of a fail. And I like this style. Let's see if it'll do. I hope this is okay that I'm just kind of going through a bunch of them. Because it just is so quick to do, but I still haven't gotten to the style I'm looking for. I guess if I went to my favorites, I could get right there, couldn't I? That's cute. That's pretty cute. Let's check my feed. This is where my favorites go, and the people who I have favorited, their stuff just shows up here. That's a really cool one. What the heck? Photo of Bigfoot bathing. Scrolling, scrolling, scrolling. Keep that mouse wheel scrolling, 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 scrolling. All right, well, I'm not finding the example, but I do like this one. So let's copy the prompt on this one. Go over here to Dream Studio, paste it in. In just mere seconds, we'll see what its approximation is. Designed by Hieronymus Bush Stunning. It's not carved into a tree. Was the other one carved into a tree? No, it wasn't. I'm so used to the ones with the carved into the tree because I really like those. All right, well, I thought for sure that one of the ones I favorited would have an example of the art I really wanted to emulate here, but if not, that's okay. Anyway, if you haven't seen this before, you can see some examples of some of the art that is created with this. If you've not seen this walkthrough before of what Midjourney is and what it can do. I'm determined, however, to freaking find what I'm looking for. A good example. What I'm looking for, really, just to tell you, is this. There's, I don't know the prompts that are used, but there's like really fibrously. I love the freaking Muppet stuff. Turning anybody into a Muppet. This is just way too fun. That's cool. That's very cool. Still looking for what I'm looking for. It seems like before they were everywhere. But anyway, I hope you're enjoying what you're looking at here. Cute Yorkshire Terrier. Let's see what that looks like. This definitely not what I was looking for, but I still like to see what it'll do. That was kind of a almost CG artist, almost cartoony. That's cute. It's not way, less articulate. I mean, that's a cartoon version. That's a cartoon version. Looks pretty good. Let's try this one. Copy prompt. Some of you are going to do this. Jason commented that, yeah, he could do this, but then he'd get nothing done. But what if this is what you're trying to get done for whatever reason? Demonstrating it. See? Look at that. So now look, it's not this, but it's still cool. I typed words and that came up. Hey, we need a CD cover. Why? No one buys CDs anymore. What year are you in? All right, we need a square piece of art with a skull on it. Who do we know? Hold on, let me just type antique ivory skull with gold parts laid on a crimson dope, highly detailed drape. Not dope. All right. Now see, these are really like Norse god Freya. I don't know if that's supposed to be based on a real person or not. Some of these are. Like that's clearly based on Emma Watson. It even says in there. She-Hulk. That's really cool. Deadpool character. Oozing, gooey, leaking, dripping, wet, moist, damp. Okay, well, seems like they were going for something there. That's cool. All right, we're going to do the Bob Ross as a Muppet just to satiate your Muppet conversion appetite and see what it comes up with. I've already done this, but it's different every time. Oh. Yep. One more just for fun. I'm not saving any of these. There's a couple of them, and neither one of them stood in the camera. I think the guy with the camera got a little bit too. I got to do it again. Imagining anybody as a Muppet. Look at that. All right, let's do it. Who can we imagine as a Muppet? Who can we imagine as a Muppet? Jeff Goldblum. I've tried this before with another one, but not this one. So let's see what this one does. I was rendered speechless. Let me just try it again. I'm not sure where we get Jeff Goldblum in there. I don't know. All right, maybe not. We'll go back to the original promise of the course. Look at that. A face made from ropes. I got to do it. I gotta. And so I am. In front of your face. Made from ropes, ties, knots, and unreal. All right. I wish that could go away. I think it's just the way I have the screen composite here. What happens if I do this? I have to, no, and then you get cheated out of the screen. Sorry, I'm improvising. All right, anyway, still a cool image, but it's still not what I'm looking for. Bob, we're over it with what you're looking for. Either find it or get out. Okay. I feel like we're getting close. Again, we're looking at Midjourney here. This is the one we're comparing to, and we'd have no expectations that the Dream Studio Lite is going to be better than this. We're just comparing to see what it can do. And we're finding that it does do some pretty interesting things. All right, I just have to liquid carving into an antique wooden door. I gotta. So I'm gonna. I understand that Jasper, the people who do AI text and copy, have come out with an image thing. I have a friend who, I don't like that at all, who has access to that beta. So we're going to connect and look and see how different it is. All right, well, that's not doing anything like that at all. Not at all. That's very cool. That is closer, way closer to the kind of thing I want to see if it'll do. So let's do it. Now, of course, I could go in and tweak any of these prompts once I get them in here and try and, change the composition, which I've done, change colors, that kind of thing. So look at that. It's still pretty cool. It's just not that, but it's still pretty cool. All of the, it's stunning to me. Oliver Twist holding taco. All right, somebody in here is absolutely obsessed with tacos. It's taco themed everything. I don't know what that's about. Not got enough tacos in their life. All right, again, cool, sure, it's Oliver Twist. There's tacos involved. It's a different art style, but I like it. Well, I can tell you, oh, that's too good. And see, tacos again. An octopus cooking a taco, and that is a different person. Well, it's a different user ID anyway. It could be me and one other person using this app. Well, no, I guess Terry. No, wait a minute. An octopus cooking a taco. No, that's an octopus in a taco. Clearly, that's... All right, I'm not going to get upset. All of this is costing me zero. That's not quite true. Well, looking at this, another taco. That's got to be taco-based, even though the word isn't in there. I'm not sure what's going on there. Some of these are just so amazing. Fairies in an enchanted forest. I like the glowing and stuff, so I would like to see what this one does here too. It just takes seconds. That's the great part. It's not like we're sitting around, okay, we're doing a render, go to the bathroom, change your... Fairies in the Enchanted Forest in the style of Alexander Jansen, cinematic volumetric lighting, and there's just some dude in here randomly. They didn't say put some random dude. They just said, you know what a good artistic choice would be? A young Harvey Keitel as a male halfling. All right, so we're going to copy this one, we're going to run it, and then we're going to change the name, and we're going to see what we can come up with. But that right there, I mean, that's a very good image over here. This right here, let's take a look. That looks good. Let's see what Dream Studio came up with. Not as good. I'm going to do it one more time. I mean, and when I say not as good, I mean, can't even compare. All right, well, that's a little closer, right? It's like many more advanced iterations. So I don't know if we can change this and it make a difference or not. Let's see, like Tom Cruise. All right, see if it can go out there and make something that's recognizable as Tom Cruise. What's with the other person? They seem to do this one a lot. I mean, okay, sure, I can give you the one on the left a little bit, but they seem to sometimes they give you two different versions. I'm not sure why. Maybe it's just part of the model. I have no idea. Oh yeah, that looks just like him. Totally Tom Cruise. TTC. All right. You'll notice I haven't. That is amazing. That is amazing, and I know I would not get anything close to that. The detail, the styles, just absolutely blows me away what people are doing. The lifeless body of Supreme Leader Snoke. I'm doing it. With a tear in his eye, floating through space. Do we get the tear? Okay, first of all, that's not, and there's no tear. I'm going to give it one more chance. Oh, and I could change this configuration scale, or I don't know. that's closer, I guess. Click Dream. One more time. See what happens. It's still an interesting image. So again, if you use this for inspiration, it's a freaking great tool. Well, I think I'm going to have to just be resigned to the fact that it was too many days ago when the image that I'm thinking of was on the screen. Although a lot of these things with that really, really high fibrous type of detail are close. But I just thought for sure by now I'd run into it. Oh, look at that thing. Come on. I'm sorry. Got to do it. And then I'm out of here like Guinevere. Roses climbing walls, fantasy forest cinematic. Okay, well, that's a very different interpretation than this, wouldn't you say? But look, I'm not knocking Dream Studio. It has some really, really cool things, and I'm just, not even trying. There are different samplers, there's different technology. I haven't played with any of these things, so you really can't judge it one way or the other, but you can go play with it. I will leave, you can see right up here, it's beta.dreamstudio.ai. Midjourney is midjourney.com. I didn't put the links in the description, but I can go back and retroactively do it. Well, anyway, I hope this was interesting to you, and it will have you going out there and trying some creative things with this technology if it interests you at all, because it interests me a lot.